going to go ahead and get started, especially since it's a beautiful day outside, and I'm sure people would like a chance to walk around to your next meeting, so that would be great. So good afternoon. Thank you for being in attendance. This meeting of the Procurement Policy Board will now come to order. I'd like to ask each member of the Procurement Policy Board to present at this time, both by stating their name, his or her name for the record, so that we can get that all sorted. And I'll just start. Alex Hatzakis, Chair and Member from FPWA.
Lisa Flores, member from the Controller's Office.
Sergio Paneke, appointment from the Controller's Office.
Dustin Saldariaga, I'm from the Office of the Counsel to the Mayor.
Thank you. So we do have a quorum, and I'd like to ask all others in attendance to also state their name for the record.
Dan Simon, Mayor's Office of Contract Services.
Susie Sohn, Comptroller's Office.
Isabel Gans-Menendez, New York City Law Department.
Marvin Begin, Controller's
Christian Stover, Comptroller's Office.
Victor Old, Mox.
Ryan Murray, Mox.
Vince Pernetti, Mox.
Jennifer Sorrell, Mox.
Mike Smilowitz, Mox.
Carrie Ann Burke, Mox.
Rashnika Castle, Mox.
Thank you.
Oh, there's one over there.
Tawaki Kamasi.
Sorry.
Tawaki Kamasi.
Thank you. So the business before the meeting today is to vote on proposed rules for the Citywide Administrative Procedures Act process, which we'll refer to as CAPA for the purposes of the meeting. The first item on the agenda relates to the creation of a new small purchase mechanism to allow agencies to make purchases from minority and women-owned business enterprises without formal competition. For the purposes of the meeting, we'll continue to refer to these enterprises as MWBEs. The chair would like to now recognize Acting Director of the Mayor's Office of Contract Services, Dan Simon, to speak further on this matter.
Good afternoon, everybody. The Procurement Policy Board proposes to amend Chapter 3 of Title 9 of the Rules of the City of New York to create a new subtype of small purchase known as an MWBE, non-competitive small purchase. The MWBE non-competitive small purchase mechanism would allow agencies to make purchases of goods and services from MWBEs in amounts not exceeding $150,000 without competition. This proposed rule is authorized by Charter Section 311I1, added by Chapter 504 of the 2017 Laws of New York. The text of this proposed amendment is described as Item 1 on today's agenda, which is featured on the calendar portion of the PPB webpage.
At this time, is there a member who wishes to make a statement or ask a question on the matter? Okay, seeing none, is there a member that would like to make a motion to move this item?
Motion to move.
Is there a member that'll second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstaining? Item 1 is voted into the CAPA. Thank you. I'd like to also formally recognize Barbara Rice. If you can introduce yourself for the official record, member of the PPB.
Hello, I'm Arbor Rice, member of the PPD.
Thank you.
My apologies for being late.
No worries. Second item for vote into the CAPA relates to a proposal to escalate the dollar threshold for passport enrollment. I'd like to again recognize Dan Simon to speak further on the item.
The Procurement Policy Board is proposing amendments to Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 of Title 9 of the Rules of the City of New York to escalate the passport enrollment, formerly known as VENDEX, threshold from $100,000 up to $250,000. The threshold for enrollment in passport was already increased by the City Council through Local Law 72 of 2017, which amended subsections 6-116.2b and I of the New York City Administrative Code. This rule change seeks to bring the PPB rules into alignment with the provisions of the Administrative Code. This rule change also seeks to harmonize the use of the terms passport and VENDEX, which describe the city's electronic vendor management system. The text of this proposed amendment is featured as Item 2 on today's agenda.
Is there a member who wishes to make a statement or ask a question on the matter? There being none, is there a member that would like to make a motion to move the item? Motion to move. Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. We'll now ask everyone to vote on the matter. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item 2 is voted into the capital. Thank you. Third item of business at today's meeting relates to vote into the CAPA a proposal to allow the City Controller's Office to accept reproductions of contract documents in the course of the registration process. I'd like to recognize Dan Simon to speak further.
The Procurement Policy Board is proposing an amendment to Chapter 2 of Title 9 of the Rules of the City of New York to enable the controller to accept reproductions of signatures in lieu of original ink signatures. This change would be consistent with applicable New York laws governing electronic contracts and signatures and current trends favoring increased acceptance of electronic records. The text of this proposed amendment is listed as item 3 on today's agenda.
Do any members have any questions or statements on the matter? Can I invite a member to motion this? Move this item to a motion.
Motion to move.
Thank you. Is there a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. Item 3 is also voted into the CAPA. There's no other formal business before the board today. That completes our agenda. So thank you again, everyone, for your attendance today, and that formally concludes today's meeting. The meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everybody.